This is what I learned, and I know someone, if they really wanted to, could lift my hand without my, like, I could be in bed and they would actually like lift it, or so I know that can happen. I know someone could twitch my head around, and it's like, someone's out there who's trying to do it. Do we want the other side or do we want this side? Do we walk through? Okay. Alright, we'll do the course here. I wouldn't mind running in terms of cardiovascular. I have run two half marathons, the Odyssey and the ING Rock and Roll. The Odyssey was an odd one, so it was sort of, I wouldn't recommend it if you're a serious runner who doesn't want to have to put up with excess, goofiness. So, goodbye, yellow road, where the dogs of society howl. X marks the spot. And there's a clock. Right on the same latitude. I'm kind of curious what else. Citizens Bank, and then it just goes from there. Comcast is down here. Up here is, whatever's on Market Street, but there's another X here, but I don't know, which this way. I was just shown that. I didn't know that until right now. There's Market. They will come running down here. Around here. So I wouldn't mind yoga became my jam, if you will. Very good. It does actually condition cardiovascularly for the best yoga, which isn't available today for some weird reason. But the best yoga, 75 to 90 minutes. And you get a serious workout, and by the end you're like thanking the gods for, wow, such a good, good feeling, and being able to get through it, and your body is toned, your muscles are stretched, and you just feel yummy all over the place. Sadly, the type of yoga available in Philadelphia today does not provide that same feeling. I miss the real yoga, what I call, except for Ashtanga. So Ashtanga is a very specific, that's actually yoga school on Jewelers Row. And it's expensive to go there. It is a little bit different than Flow. Flow might provide a little bit more of a free, yummy feeling. It's hard to explain. I would take Ashtanga if I had the money. Money, that came through. It's all about the money. And also, being older, Ashtanga can be difficult if you haven't been conditioned from a younger age. It is designed, it's a hard discipline. Vinyasa flow is a little different, but anyway, that's the way it is. A movement has ended, it seems, unless they rebuild it, but you'd have to find similarly good people, and they had a lot of people. Vinyasa flow was part of a major yoga section movement. It was a part of a major movement, and anyway, sad that it isn't the same. Macy's is not here for the race today. The building still stands, and it will always stand for the most part. It's more about, refurbishing. There'll be apartment lofts in the upper levels, is what I heard. And I'm not really sure from there if they'll do retail. I don't know how they'll work it out, because it is very department store-like. So I don't know if they would have individual things in the bottom of the building. Curious, who knows how long that'll take. It's next to the district attorney's office, which is over here. Damn. Daylight coming, we want my love. 1 foot, 2 foot, carry me. So there was a plane crash in Minnesota yesterday, just north of like a cat sanctuary and Save a Fox and stuff like that. These are, Faribault, Michigan is south of where the accident took place. But someone had a video that was replayed on the news, and he said his name was Mike Deyo, D-E-Y-O, and they might be in the know a little bit too much. So all I saw was Deyo, and they would know that the pilot, you know, and or whomever was at the controls somewhere was in Puppetville. That's just a theory. I buy it, you know, because of my own experience. So I know it's hard for other people to accept, you know. So anyway. It's all about the money, money, money. That's the song I'm getting today, so I'm kind of curious what's going on. So the runners will come down here, you know, in the first portion of the run. So this is the first portion of the city, and then they go for the latter half of the run, or really 2/3. I guess it's half. It depends on how you look at it. They go way out into no man's land, if you will. So this will go all the way pretty quickly, and then you know, they said 11,000 runners. I don't know how long that takes. I know it's not as big as the Philadelphia run, which is a traditional November marathon, and it's only a half marathon as opposed to a full marathon. So even though it looks really long when you look on the map, but once they go up Kelly Drive and into, you know, Manayunk, Roxborough, what have you, it's all about the money, money, money. We were going to do a shortcut. So, alright. So, the energy that's created during a major event, particularly in a city of, say, you know, marathons, you'll always find people who are against the runners, or not the runners, against the idea. It's not the runners, it's more like against things. They're against the fact that certain people are profiting big time overtime for cops, overtime money out the wazoo. This is overtime pay for a lot of people. Do you want to do the marathon? You want to do the marathon? You want to do the marathon? So also runners pay. They train, so they, you know, they pay for their shoes and clothes in general, which you go through very quickly when you're training, and then they pay a fee to get into each marathon, half marathon, what have you, and then they pay for a hotel, they pay for so it becomes, you know, if you come in from out of the city, say in this case, you're paying for 2 to 3 nights. You're paying, you know, to eat, you're paying transportation, you're paying. So people pay a lot of money to actually participate for most people. I don't know if this is a qualifying run for high-level runners who try to get into larger, you know, it's more of a profit game for them. I don't know if they make money on prizes and stuff, but this run I kind of feel like isn't totally in that loop, but it's the Love Run. Of course it's Philly of the month. There will be people who will be activated to sort of have, you know, have something to say, you know what I mean? So they, you know, and they might go unnoticed because it's so subtle, like they're walking along like, you guys paid a lot of money and other people are the city's making a lot of money, these people are making a lot of money, while you guys did all the hard work and you're dishing out money. So the runners actually do all the hard work, they pay, and then everybody else profits. You see what I mean? So it becomes like